Underdawgs podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jock Cowden. The most known unknown will realize.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Everybody's plotting on their downfall and maybe not expecting them to win, but they come out on top anyway.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can see me.
We're gonna work hard. We're gonna stay dedicated. We're gonna be motivated.
I don't know. Being an underdog is probably more of a compliment for me.
Out of sight, out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking this scripture just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
If you move like keeping it peach and keeping it real, like that's an underdog.
Surpass those long expectations. You're able to keep going no matter what.
You want to keep setting an example for people to follow. So the underdog isn't the loser.
Underdog is really honing in on your talents, dog. Don't let the compliments get you high.
But as an underdog, all you got is you. That's when you at your peers. You have to go through that phase so that you can be prepared for what's coming your way.
Yo,
fam.
What's good, family, man? Welcome to the Underdawgs podcast, man. All the way from Atlanta to Kingston, man. You already know how we doing it, man.
Respect.
Real talk, man. This episode 2, season 9, man. Straight out of Kingston. Nice. We got recording artists, West legends. You feel me?
West.
Mm-hmm. So, like I say, man, welcome to the show. We got 2 real voices out of Jamaica today, man. You know, introduce yourselves to the people.
As I said, West legend, you know, so I go by the name Blazin Black. You see me?
No, it's West Legends. My name is Ikzan. That's Ikzan. You know, we reckon West Legend for real.
And Jamaica.
Yeah.
Real talk, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, as we big on introducing ourselves, you know what I mean? We big on like knowing ourselves. So outside the music, like, how would y'all describe yourselves as individuals? Like, who would the person closest to you describe you, you know, outside the music and everything?
For me, you know, I would probably say risk taker, free spirit, and spontaneous.
All right, for me, they'd probably say creative, reserved, but also friendly. Yeah, and passionate.
Nah, respect that, man. You know, so let's talk about home, man. Like, you know, being from Kingston, Jamaica, and things of that nature. You know, we got the international show going on. You know, like what makes that place special or different? You know, compared to everywhere else. Even, you know, being from Kingston, let's just do Kingston inside Jamaica right now. What makes Kingston stand out?
Listen, Kingston is just a vibe. Like, from where I don't know from where, like for where I am, every night it's like a party.
Yeah.
The people socialize, like especially on the Fridays. After we done work, you just drive the stretch, party over here, so party over there, so cook out, we do the jerk chicken, we do like jerk pork, all them things. It's just like a relaxing type of thing. And then there's supermarkets where we can go to movie theater, and there's rivers. It's just like a chill vibe.
Yeah, Kingston, Jamaica on a whole, but Kingston is like a really lively place. Like pretty much whatever hours you're coming out in the night, you're gonna find something to do, right?
There's somebody always out there.
There's somebody there doing something. If it's the latest hour of the night and you need something to eat, you pop out and like there's somebody jerking some chicken, and like, you know, it's not like an uncomfortable state. Like people are pretty friendly. You know, somebody will give you a direction like, hey, go down this, you know, so you can find a jerk man. But that way, you know, you can find a store open, you know. So it's just always something to do. There's always music. Jamaica people really love music. Like there's always something playing. There's always a sound playing some music somewhere. Somebody on the corner playing some music somewhere. So it's really always a vibe for real. There's always something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I feel that, man. Like I've been to Jamaica twice, and it's always lit. It's live, man. Like you feel like you at home, like, and that's just from an international perspective too. You know, like leaving America and what's going on over here. And as soon as you touch Jamaica soil, it just feel like home, like respect, man. Like it's a whole vibe, you know, for real. So let's talk about 2025 so far, man. Like we're 5 months into 2025. Like how this year been treating the both of y'all, you know, so far.
Y'all did on it?
Listen, music industry, it take a lot of passion.
Yeah.
Take a lot of like dedication. You have to be like really, really dedicated to doing it. And this year starting out, we've done a lot of work. Uh, However, a lot of moving around happened with me. So like we haven't done a lot of music recording, but we still been doing a lot of work, like writing songs and putting things in place and just like going through all that. So for this year, really we're just planning to like more releases, like
Yeah.
back to back more tracks for people to like consume because people really need that. I feel like we need to be like heard more. And once people like catch on to it, they're gonna love it because we're really creative. Definitely. I've heard that for every person, like, local, like when you walk around, because sometimes we walk around and we might make the locals listen to it or somebody around the environment listen to it. And they really love it. So that means that we do have a product, like a style that people really love. So it's more like to just for 2025 coming in, just more stuff out there.
More pushing.
Yeah.
2025 is real. It has been rough because as him said, we move up and down. We're at separate places now. We get one place, so we step out from that. We had a little issue, so that kind of need to sort out. But as you said, music, we're putting out more music, and then now this, I think this is probably the hypest for this year since 5 months in. You reaching out, that was a plus. Like yo, because man, I tell you, we've been doing that, and it's kind of iffy. But you reach out now, that good, and then we have two other people who reach out. So yeah, it started off rough, but now it look like it's just going into a proper direction where we want it to go.
Yeah, we have a saying in Jamaica. Well, I'm saying in Jamaica, that the strongest soldier get the hardest fight.
Okay.
I don't know if you have that over there, but like believe on, like when you be pushing,
and
it's like the more you're pushing, the more it's pushing against you. But the rule is to just not stop pushing. Like strongest soldier get the hardest fight.
Facts, man. You know, it's like once you figure out the formula, man, is unity, bro. You always gonna win. Hey, you know, and like y'all said, man, it's never too late, and it's always like you say, y'all got the plan, and it's like we just need to roll out, bro. I feel like as artists, we be like that because we be holding on to music and not dropping in and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's that you got that feeling like it's time to drop now, you know.
Yeah.
And shout out to y'all for that mental health record too, man. I'm gonna drop that record 5, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I like it. So what would you say are the lessons y'all learned both personally and creatively, this year too as well? Like you just mentioned, there been some hardships here and there, but we like to say we don't look at losses as losses like we lost. We look at it as lessons, how we gonna use this to move forward. So we turning into a situation around here, man. We don't look at no L's as I took a loss, but what would that be for y'all?
All right, for me, sometimes you have to get out of your own way.
Yeah.
You see me and just do it because I said the mental health track, it was not a track that we want. I was like, bro, I don't feel like this will drop. But Ikzan was like, just drop it. Just drop the shit. Just put them out there. All right, cool, and put it out there. And because most of the time we do rap. And people say, yo, you're Jamaica, do some Jamaican thing. I was like, but that's not what the direction. But then we made the beat, we infused and everything, and it worked out good. So my lesson for 2025 was just get out of my way and push.
Real talk, man.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Like one of the, I always talk to my friends. Like I have other friends like us, maybe not in like music, but like we do creative stuff or we just have good ideas or like bright ideas. And I find that a lot of one of the issues that we have like in a real is of like growing up, like our teachings or like our parents put us in a mindset of like, be a doctor, be a businessman, Like if you say you want to be an artist or you want to be something creative, they're like, no, that's not, that's not viable. They don't necessarily always push you in that direction. So even you, like when you decide, like, okay, I'm gonna do this regardless of what they said, there's still a little bit of doubt. And you're like, maybe they were right. Because who's gonna doubt their parents? You're not really gonna doubt your parents. Like maybe they're right. So there's always this level of doubt that you really have to overcome. And I feel like for 2025, I'm learning that what I've done is more than likely better than I'm thinking it is. Like even with the beat, even with the mental health beat, I did not really think I could make that. Because as we say,
that's tough.
we're not really dancehall oriented as artists. We're from Jamaica, and I guess because I'm from Jamaica, I have that in me. Like I can
you
do that.
got it in your soul. Like it's just you might not even be doing it, but the fact that the culture and how you grew up around it, it's just it's already in your body. It's in your DNA,
Yeah, so it just come out that way. So like even with that, it's just like thinking to myself, like, yeah, you can just do it. Just do it, put it out, and it's going to receive love. Stop doubting and thinking like, it's not good enough or it not gonna work. Just do it. So just make it, put it out there, see the reception. And as I say, even if it go out there and it's not like what I wanted, it's a learning experience. So remember to put things out there so you can learn from it to know what to do next. Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man. And just to piggyback on what you were saying, like when you mention ideas, say to your parents or people close to you, like they might not see the vision because they haven't been there yet, So like I feel as artists and creators, we the first ones with the ball to set the example for people, Like they might not know because they're not into it or they don't, it's far away from their vision because they just know, hey, work, go do this, go get your degree. That's where the money coming, you feel me? But it's like I gotta be that one though to set the trend because everybody is influenced by something, you know what I'm saying? Just like how in America we got rap artists or people that's in our communities or people that's doing something, and it's just like it really go itself though. But when you know that you get it and you talented how y'all, bro, it's like y'all gonna be the first ones to open that door and set that trend. There's gonna be so many other people come behind y'all, bro. Like
that is the thing I realized that since we are the center that we are paved the way, we have to deal with all of this so that everybody else father say, oh, all right, the road kind of straight now. So that's why they now understand.
Yeah, I gotta get a Grammy. I gotta get a Grammy so that my nieces and nephews can come up and see that. I got a Grammy. I got some Grammys. My brother got some certificates, but I got a Grammy.
Nah, real talk, man. So speaking of like, let's talk about, being, in Jamaica and stuff and like the worldview with the sound, because every country and every, we all got our own sounds and stuff. But, like you say, Jamaica known for reggae and dancehall, but like the rap is alive too. So what's the real influence of the rap culture out there, Like what influenced y'all to be like, like, we finna take this route, even though this is what's home, but we finna go this way with it.
Me, I guess it would just basically birds of a feather flock together. We have that personalities like, because I grew up on Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Listen, I grew up on those 50 Cent. So it's like, that I rate that. I didn't really. I come from a musical background because my mother sings and my father used to be in a reggae band back in the day, but I never really gravitated to that. But when I saw Eminem, I was like, this white too. Then I saw 50, then I saw Dr. Dre. I was like, yo, this is exactly what I'm doing. I remember the first time when they had a thing at school. I was like in primary school, and they said they have a talent competition. I went up there and rapped. I like this girl back in the day, and I just made a song about it. And I
That's how
rapped
you
it to
do
her.
it, man.
Back
That's
then,
how you,
back then we were called Excitement. I was like, crappy name, but back then I was like, yo, this is it. Church, same thing. Every single chance I got, I was like, yo, I'm rapping. I'm not doing nothing else. So yeah, that was it for me.
Yeah. Similarly for me, for me, my parents or my mom, she wasn't really typical. I think I had a lot more like freedom, like to like see different stuff. I ain't gonna lie, like my first I grew up listening to Backstreet Boys. Like, not gonna lie,
Backstreet Boy.
as a black, yeah, like as a black young
Yeah.
boy, I like grew up listening to Backstreet. I was like, oh,
That's
this
not
is cool. This
that's
is cool.
I'm thinking about NSYNC, but yeah, Backstreet Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but that's it. Because like I first saw Backstreet Boys, like that's cool, but they don't, they don't match my pigment. I'm like, it's nice, but I don't feel. And then like
You connected.
I saw Eminem. I was like, rap,
Yeah,
okay, cool, rap. I was like, okay, he's still white though. He's good.
yeah,
Still white.
yeah.
I was like, oh, there's more people like this. Oh,
Mhm.
there's more people like this. I was like, oh, this is a whole
Industry.
thing. Like, and it was different from what I was, hearing at home. Because what it is with dancehall music, I love dancehall music. I think one of my favorite new artists right now in dancehall would be Skilly Bang. Don't know if you know Skilly Bang.
I think everybody's supposed to be skilled.
Like
Yeah.
Skilly Bang definitely is one of my inspiration because his sound it fused between like a dancehall and a rap song. And I really, really like that type of fusion. So
You mix both of them together. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
really, really, so hearing that, that's really cool. But like my influence, I love all type of music, to be honest. I don't think there's a genre of music that I don't like. So I love all type of music, like dancehall. I feel like in the past, dancehall was a little bit more static with what they did. But moving forward, as I said, the internet opened up for a whole lot of things. And I'm hearing dancehall being really, really melodic now. I'm hearing dancehall being really, really different. There, people are trying different things. So even though like the dancehall atmosphere is a whole
Infusion.
yeah, it's a whole lot different than how it was. So it is pretty inspiring. And I hear a lot of rap influences are R&B influences now in the dancehall section. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm
Like
really
extra that. He be like the Jamaican Usher.
yeah, he really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be singing
Yeah,
and listening.
he got the ladies. He for the ladies for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah.
Real talk, man. So even though y'all mention y'all artists, man, for both of y'all, like who are y'all top 3 artists all the time, and like why? Why would you put them in that category? We talking about all genres of music. I want to know. I want to know from the states who in y'all top 3, man.
All right. For me, it has to be Kenny Rogers.
Okay.
Real Kenny Rogers from The Gambler.
Mm.
That song
Oh yeah.
hooked me. Like I just it made me want to do a country song, which we're gonna do, but I just rate Kenny Rogers because like him and Dolly Parton, greatest to me about country. For L for OGs, and then now later on down we have some other country person, but for country it's Kenny Rogers, for rap, for punk, has to be
Mhm.
NGK. Machine Gun
MGK.
Kelly. He always
MGK.
say about me about NGK, yeah. And
Yeah.
listen, Kells, Machine Gun Kelly, I love that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
His
Yeah. Yeah.
music is dope.
That's
Yeah.
hard.
But rap now, I'm feeling like some
Okay.
OGs are Eminem and 50 Cent, but there's this
Yeah.
next wait name there. What's his name again? There's a next rapper out there, man. You didn't make me
Who's that? Jid?
Jid.
Oh yeah, Jid.
Jid and Black
Okay.
when name again? The blackface one that who does the
Blackface.
Indian.
Geez. Spider Gang.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
I remember it, but Jid says Jid, MGK, and
Hmm.
Kenny Rogers. Because reason why I rate MGK because listen, he did the rap. And we all
Yeah.
know the little beef thing that he did with Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It transformed him. He needed that push to where it's supposed to be now.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah. Yeah.
rapper, he does punk and he does rap. Love him
Yeah.
for that.
He did
To me,
transition.
that's the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
he the real one. He really
Mhm.
know how to take that L and turn it into
Listen,
a learning lesson. Like he
as
took
they
that
say,
L
he didn't
well.
see it as a elite or as a lesson
Yeah.
and recreate himself and yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's important because our artists sometimes take a transition. If it's in music or they might take a transition to go into acting or movies, like it
Mm-hmm.
don't just stop. It don't just stop,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So artist for me, rock because I'm a big rock fan. A lot of my beats that I make and
Okay
stuff I
then.
do is inspired by rock.
Yeah.
Linkin Park,
Linkin Park. Okay,
heavy
yeah,
Linkin
yeah. I
Park.
know about that. Yeah.
Chester Bennington's
So bad.
vocals inspires me every day. I'll listen to Chester Bennington's vocal tracks only, just for inspiration, just like how much emotion he puts into it. So definitely Linkin Park in the rock. Pop. Yeah, for pop, it's hard for me because for my pop favorites is Michael Jackson,
Michael
but
Jackson,
also
yeah.
but also Prince.
Oh man.
I feel like both of them represents two sides of pop that I really
Yo.
appreciate. Because one is like the dark side, like Michael is the
Yeah.
light. Michael is really fun, but Prince
Yeah.
is the dark. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't like Prince. I love Prince's
Prince
style and
did
his
it. Prince did it for the
yeah,
ladies too now.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only
Listen,
artist we see that make darkness look good.
listen,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't realize you're vibing to a
Yeah.
dark song till you listen to it,
listen.
you're like, what the hell?
One of my favorite things about Prince, that man was the things that man wore on stage, and he's still pulling your girl.
Yeah.
That man gonna wear a
Yeah.
thong on
He
stage
did
and
what he
pull your
wanted
girl,
to
bro.
do.
Like he was wild, but like so for pop it's Michael and him. Dancehall, as I said, definitely Skilly. Idonia. Idonia is a sick artist. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. Idonia is sick. Cartel cannot leave out when you mention dancehall nowadays. Like, of course, you have the OGs in dancehall. I don't know if you know much about dancehall, but you have OGs in dancehall. Like, you have your Yellow Man,
Yellow Man.
yeah, some people like that. But then, like in modern day dancehall, you cannot disrespect Carton and leave him out. He is a lyrical pioneer. Like
he is dancehall for us,
right?
For this generation, he is dancehall for this
Like
generation.
a lot of the exposure that we have, and like a lot of things happening overseas with us and Jamaica.
Yeah.
And like the exposure we get now is through Cartel. So we cannot like no matter how you want to feel about him, cannot take it out from him. He's just that good, to be honest. Rap, Eminem, Jid, Kendrick,
Yeah.
Drake.
Okay.
And I forgot wait name.
Drake.
He said, "Oh,
He been wilding, bro. He been wilding, but
you can't take it from him.
Still Drake.
He got some good stuff,
Drake
but he be
still
wild
Drake.
like most first.
You know when you have that one family member, that one cousin that's you respect him, but he be wilding lately, and just like, oh bro, you wilding, bro. I love you, but you wilding. Calm down. So yeah.
I forgot Juice WRLD, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
Juice was hard.
X.
Juice WRLD and
X. Oh my god, I can't. No, I probably gotta put like X at number 2 because like X influenced my style of beats. Yeah, with most of the beats I make is like just like I take I take experimental stuff like pieces of stuff, pieces of this. I make instruments from instruments
That's hard.
to make my beats. So I got that from X because he like takes like you hear a lot of grungy stuff. So yeah, definitely X. Yeah, I gotta put him. I got a lot of weird artists. So I love James Blake.
James Blake type.
James Blake influenced me a lot as well. You have FKA Tweaks. So I got a lot of favorites because I listen to a whole lot of music. So it's that Bring Me the Horizon for rock. It's gonna be a lot for me. Yeah.
Nah, y'all having an open ear to music, that brings just so much diverse, like as an artist, I could tell y'all could pretty much go anywhere with the music, instead of just making one way of sound, it's like, nah, we don't know what to expect from them because they just pulling influence from everywhere,
Yeah.
So all right, so to describe to the people, when it comes to West Legends, like what would y'all say the type of music y'all would make? Like, how would you describe it?
Our music it's like what is like you want to say a surprise, and you say you don't know what you would get. We just wake up one morning and listen to a beat, and you think it's going that way, and it's going the other way.
Yeah,
the next time you might see we drop a punch. Yeah, we might drop a country song. You don't know. It's just like it's like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
I would say think abstract art. Think literally like an abstract painting. So like one person can look at it and see this section of it, and like you can only see this section, another person can see this. But at the end of the day, there's so many different things in it for everyone to experience. So it's just art. We did an interview, like we did a mock interview. We did an interview that's on our page right now. And I remember in that interview we're saying like, what is your style?
Yeah.
And you can't really pin down a style because me personally, I'm an artist. And I feel like as an artist, you should never be limited
or put in one box.
yeah, you
Yeah.
shouldn't box yourself in. Yeah.
Man, I
So
love how y'all coming with that because I always say that, man. You ain't gonna be able to just say, I know what
yeah,
that next song gonna sound like.
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My brain stay running. Like I will start here and I'm gonna go way over there. So I cannot ever like lock myself in and say, okay, this is the music I'm going to. Okay, I'm a rapper. I'm going to do rap music.
Mhm.
I'm a dancer artist. I'm going to do dance. No, because you can fuse styles. You can mix almost anything together. You just have to
Be creative.
be creative and figure out how to do it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Y'all like mad scientists over there just putting the
Yeah.
formula together.
Always cooking out.
Real talk. So so would you say the artists that you heard, like what was the initial inspiration when y'all was like, all right, we finna do music? And let's also talk about, you know, how y'all just joined forces as well, like how y'all just ran into each other from the beginning.
That was literally just a running for real,
Yeah.
Because I linked up with my brother. He was doing music at the time. He was in school doing a Iraqi, and it was like some DJ things and Girl and Clash. And then I didn't know that he like was fully into the rap thing until we started listening. And I was, oh, it's cool rap. So I was like, yo, let's just do some music. Our first song we did was at home, a shitty ass camera.
Yeah.
I was at the rap time. I was like, yo,
Hey.
we can't do this. I was like, yeah, so what we're gonna call ourselves? I was like, West Production. I was like, we have to bring something to Jamaica, man. West Legends, cool. And then we're there one night freestyling outside on the car, and then I said, we need to find somebody who can make beats. And him say, oh, and them I know somebody named King, and him can do beat. Me say him do beat, him do music, him do beats. He say, yeah. And we just linked up. I just thought he just knew how to do beats. And then I heard this nigga rapping. I was like, shit. Like, this nigga can't rap. And they're like, yo, instead of making beats alone, why not join everything? And then we just linked up. We had two other people, but we had to cut them out because they weren't about that. You see
Yeah.
me?
It's always them ones they gonna weed themselves out. You ain't even gotta let them
Yeah,
know. It just they can't keep up with the momentum and they just fall off.
yeah, because not to disrespect or nothing, but
Yeah, nah,
their
but
direction
it's
was
the work.
going.
Some people
Yeah.
want to work, some people just want to have work, and you got people that don't want to work at all.
Mm-hmm. So we
Yeah,
had a show. We did one of our first show. It was at a it was at a girl's home or something like that. Just dope, excited. Listen, that was the only time I can literally say when I went on stage and heard the people crying, I literally tears came to me. I was like, yo,
you don't cry.
I want to do this forever. Even if it's just like this. We
yeah,
made it. And then after the show, it was like 2 o'clock. We're walking home. So we got invited to stay over with some girls. And the niggas literally want to go. I was like, bro, we don't know these people.
Yeah, it's not gonna be our
You see
first
me?
and last
Exactly.
show.
Let's go home. This mind you know, this nigga live. It's like Kingston. I had to go Moby. I was like, nigga, you need to catch a bus to go home, bro. He's like, yo, let's party with these people.
Yeah,
I was like,
he was wild and too quick.
nah,
Too quick.
yeah.
yeah,
So
Too quick. So the meeting for me, it's funny. I got to bring up there's an artist now. He doesn't do music anymore. Um the YouTube guy, he doesn't do music anymore. I don't know why. His name is Jerry Joyner.
yeah,
He was like a solo, like a one-man band. Yeah. It was kind of like a one-man band. So he would do loop tracks. Like he would even go out and like loop his tracks, loop his guitars, loop keys, and then just play the drum and like loop it and play it like. And I
yeah,
remember when I got on YouTube and I saw that dude, like I saw him for the first time, and he was in a basement. There were so much people around. It was like I guess it was just like a party in a basement. He couldn't even move. Like his equipment was just there, and everybody just like packed onto the equipment. And dude started doing his guitars and looping his guitars, and like everybody was there like waiting, just wondering what it's gonna be.
yeah,
Everybody just bobbing, because the guitars are playing. And like he took up the drumsticks and he just went crazy. He just went off. dude was so crazy. His stick flew out of his hands, like the stick literally flew out of his hands. So it's like he just kept playing one handed, got another thing, just continued like, yo, he is it. He is it. I remember even in that YouTube video, there was a girl and she was like looking at him, and you could see the moment. You could see the moment she fell in love with this dude. She lost it. She lost it because he was really that good. And he did a bunch of tracks, he did a lot of stuff, but he was like a solo artist. So for me, like even when because they asked me for beats, I remember they asked me for beats and I sent some stuff, just some random stuff. And even that was a challenge for me, but I still did it. I was like, these niggas sound like they know what to do. I'm not gonna they're not gonna like this. But so that guy really inspired me, and that's where I started to make beats. I used to record on my phone, then put the recording onto my computer, try and clean it up. So that sounded like hot. Bro, like that was terrible.
I think
but like, so yeah, that's all. So even some of the tracks that they would have heard at the time was just like that was it. And it was like when I said like, "Yo, this is good," I'm like, "No, it's not." Like, this is good, but like that's how I really came in. And like I remember us meeting up for the first time. Meeting up with random strangers like you don't know, you've never seen before. It's like this big dude. I'm like, oh, we sitting, so you're not seeing how big he is compared to me. I was like, this giant nigga.
Yeah.
It's like, but after like we started to talk and stuff, and realized that like, yeah, we really the same. Yeah, we have like the same mental
common
What it
ground.
was
Yeah.
is that you see why what it was for me is that we're all talking like we knew each other.
Yeah,
For years.
Yeah.
it popped up well.
And I was like,
It was
this
it was
solid.
alignment, bro. It was
Yeah,
alignment,
yeah.
dog.
So I was like, nah, we're not gonna keep this.
Yeah.
And that's
That was
what we
vibe, man. That first performance though, like the first time when I went on stage doing that, like I knew. I knew. Listen, I can't wait to get on. My true self is only showing on stage. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like you don't see the real me until I'm on stage or I'm performing because that's like my passion. That's where I belong in a sense.
being on stage is euphoric. I don't understand how that solidified. Like I cannot work in an office.
Yeah.
I cannot do anything else. The stage is like this is where I want to. Even if it's just for 10 people.
Yeah, man.
I don't care.
But
That's
But
all
that
one
energy.
person. It's just like that is it.
Even if I'm like, if I meet somebody on the road or like somebody says to me like, do a song for me, and I'm performing for that one person,
listen, I'll do it.
I'm not gonna do it lackluster. Like, okay, it's one person. No, I'm going to do it like I'm performing for 10.
Do it all the way. You're gonna do
because
go home.
Yeah, you got to get that experience. I want you to get that experience like you were at a show watching me.
That's when you know you really love and you really passionate. You're gonna do it whatever the circumstance. As long as you have to put it out.
Listen, you see, even when we did the show, they were saying you're nervous. I was not nervous. That was our first show. I was just ready to go. I was like, let me go. And we just did it. I was like, yo, when I heard West before they even finished my run out that stage.
He was the first one on stage. He was the first on stage. That's funny because I don't know. I don't get nervous. I don't never get nervous to go on stage. I don't never get nervous to be in front of people to perform music.
Yeah.
If I have to find maybe like a speech or something,
probably
I get nervous. But it's like for music, I get excited.
Yeah, that's what it be. Yeah.
Tell me I gotta perform. I could be sad today. Tell me I gotta perform. I'm ready. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Real talk, man. So how long y'all say y'all been doing music together for, man? You put some time on
it.
It's like
from 20 is it 2011?
Talk about that.
Oh yeah,
probably
yeah.
2011.
From 2011, yeah.
Yeah, nah, y'all got y'all feet grounded with that. Yeah, that's some time.
From 2011, because that was the time when we entered a BET thing, right? And that's why unique our people. We had a BET thing. That time, right, somebody was supposed to be our manager, but never look out to it. So we got called for BET. I was getting a lineup. Nigga, I ran out the chair when I saw the mail. The dude had
Yeah.
messed up here, but I didn't even care. I called him, I called the next week and said, yo, BT accept yo, this.
Yeah.
And the man said, oh, okay, mess up here. I was like, nigga, just ball it or whatever. I don't care. So I call him, I tell him, and let me tell you, say, yo, how we gonna get there? But the man never tell we say we could have get uh artist visa. So we did it and I try. We never get to go. But some of the youth who reached out to us say, yo, dog, you know, forward. And I was like, no, without the visa and thing. But I felt down afterwards. But then I looked at it and I realized and say, yo, we're accepted. BET accepted. Jamaicans from right here. So recognize our talent. I didn't put it in a song. I was like, BET recognize. I was like, shit. Even though we didn't get to go, it probably wasn't our time. But this, they recognize us. I was like,
yeah, you gotta take
Yeah, that's
everything that
okay.
come with it, bro. Them ain't no
yeah,
regular experiences, you know. So
yeah.
like I say, you
Like,
know, it be like at the moment you feel down but it's just like no, it's like I just went in the draft like the NBA and they was looking at me like I made the draft, you know. Everybody can't, what's for
listen,
you
and
is
it's
for
not,
you.
yeah, and it's not like we weren't actually just we didn't have the right person around us to push us. I was like, but our talent is
Yeah,
recognized.
Yeah.
So I was
yeah,
like, no, we cannot stop. We can't
yeah,
stop.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things because I've like even when I was just starting out, as I said, I don't know, you're an artist, right? You do music
yeah,
as well, so you know
yeah,
about like samples and like
yeah.
instruments that you use in your interface in your system or whatever. But like, bro, I be using the most distorted, most noise filled drums, most terrible drums and stuff. And like, I make a beat. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't have the right stuff to make it sound professional. And like sometimes we play our beats and stuff for people and like, did you make this in a professional studio? Like, who made this? Like, who's your producer? Who produced this for you? Like, where did you produce? Like, where you get your samples? Something like,
Made them.
bro, I made this.
It's from a mop stick hanging with a mic and we beating. It's like, bro,
I
this
made this
I
from
don't understand.
I made this from scratch on a laptop, and I was shutting off from me
Nice,
making
bro.
this. So
Man, the power
yeah,
with
like
technology now, boy. Like you say, y'all go
yeah,
from 2011 to now, bro. Everything has
Yeah,
become more like is how
yeah,
can I say accessible, bro.
yeah.
Easy.
Listen,
It's making it easier now to do certain things, you know.
yeah, glad for that.
Mhm.
yeah. But even though I still appreciate, like, even though I might have better sounds, but I
Mhm.
still prefer to like make my sounds. Like when I say
Yeah.
make it, like go in, I'll take a
You like to
trumpet.
take stuff from scratch and just,
Yeah,
see
and
a
like
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'll spend an hour making a sample just to chop like 1 second of that sample to use as an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get that song. Because when you listen to something that I make, you're gonna hear something that you've never heard before. You're going to hear a sample or a sound
Yeah.
that you've never heard before. Because I made it. So I'm not gonna just take something and just put it in the track. I'm gonna
Nah, that's
make
what makes you unique though, because it's
yeah,
like as you being a producer, like that's gonna set the tone and like that's his beats. Like it's
Mhm.
not gonna sound like nothing else.
yeah,
I think that's why.
You creating a new experience for the person's ear too, you know?
yeah,
That's why our thing cannot be set in a box because all we do it, you cook up a beat, we play it, and the vibe we get from it, we move
yeah.
on and say, all right, we're gonna write this.
Yeah, it's kind. I don't want to sound overly spiritual, but it's kind of a spiritual thing. I can
It
literally
is,
hear
bro.
their voices in beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are
yeah,
voices in your beats. Like when you
yeah,
get a beat, listen to the beat. It has a voice.
yeah.
It has something that it's wanting to say. You just have to listen to it. So like whenever I make a beat, I'll let it settle, and I'll listen to it. I'll listen to the voice
Mhm.
of what it's saying, and like I will write around that. So it's not just
That's
me.
crazy.
Well, you have times when I'm coming and I have a song idea. I might make a beat around a song idea, but for the most part, it's to make the beat, and the beat it's gonna tell you where it wants to go.
Nah,
And
that's crazy.
it's
That's
best not to
exactly
push
how I
against
listen.
that.
That's how I listen to music though. Like I don't never write before I hear a beat. I listen to the
Yeah.
beat. I might make some melodies and hum and stuff, but
Mhm.
that's me doing that. I'm then after I find out my cadence and how I want to do it, then I plug the words in. Like,
Yeah.
but it's already speaking to me. Like I already got the tone. Once I built my hook
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, then I start plugging the word in with that cadence I was humming, and
Yeah.
it just come together
Yeah.
like
He
that.
always. I always tell him like whenever I make beats, is like, can you hear that? Like you hear that? He's like, here. Like, you hear that? Like literally, you can hear the words through
Yeah,
the beat. So it's not hard.
yeah,
Like you can, if you can hear what it's saying, and that's not the creative process for everybody, of course. But like you can
yeah,
hear what a beat is saying. Man. Yeah.
yeah. Nah, facts, man. So what would y'all say is y'all favorite part though of creating though? You know, do you like the writing, the recording, or it sounds like the performing might be one of y'all favorites though.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm. It's the whole process, but for me, literally, see, like I have a thing where I always say, like, mental health is like a heart piece song for me because that's like a soul piece. There's piece of my soul. Everything in that is facts.
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah,
put that out and then see people's reaction, see how me I talk about me I get good.
Yeah.
See people reaction, that is it for me. It's like watching a child grow, be like, yo, I did that. And they vibe off of it and they can take something from it. Yeah,
yeah.
that's it for me.
I'm
I
big
feel
on
like
that.
for me, definitely, it's the impact that it has on people. I think
Yeah,
that's it. Like, and one of I I learned like really, I really learned to love and appreciate people, like on a whole, not just to think that, oh, focus on the bad or focus on the good, or just appreciate people, like observe people and appreciate them for who they are.
big facts, man.
And I like to impact them that way. Like, so how my music impacts them is really important. Of course, we love the process because, like, when we link up and, like,
Survive.
yeah, I don't think I'm going to ever be the person in a studio with like 100 people or like,
Yeah,
20 people in the studio. No, it's going to be me, it's going to be him, and whatever engineers we're going to need to have at the
yeah.
time. I don't need a bunch of people because, like, sometimes that's going to mess the vibe up. There's a vibe and it's going to mess the vibe. You're going to
Man,
be trying to.
it's a spiritual thing, bro. You can't have
Yeah,
too many
yeah,
energies in the
yeah,
same room at
yeah,
one
exactly.
time, bro.
Yeah, control the
That's
environment and everything.
Yeah, and it's just like that's when you learn how to manage self. Because some people they need all them, but it's not healthy, Because everybody, if you got 100 people in the same room together, everybody is not on the same frequency, bro. As much as we want it to happen, bro, everybody is not on the same frequency.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Yeah,
how energy is, man.
yeah.
Um,
We have a song out, we have a song out called Grandeur, which is that's a hard piece for me. Like, I don't know, I'm the heartbreak guy in the group, I guess. But that's a song that I did, and like he loves that song.
yeah,
That's probably one of his favorite songs that I did. I hate that song. I not to say it's a bad song, it's because of how vulnerable that song is.
mm.
So it makes me like very uncomfortable because I realized that like I went in too deep. I went in too deep on the songs. It's just like, oh man, I really revealed a whole lot in that song. He loved that song. I was like, oh, I understand, but
It's
yeah,
heartbreak is gonna happen.
yeah,
I learned this from Eminem. It's better I put out all what happened
but
to
there,
me, the
yeah,
dirt,
Yeah,
than somebody dig it up and find it out. Yeah, you got it hard, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
listen to Grandeur. It tells you
yeah.
how everything happened. Yeah, I hear
yeah,
my stuff up. I don't keep it to myself. It's good
yeah.
therapy. Good
Real
therapy.
talk, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
man, let's talk about the music scene, man, in Kingston right now. How would you say the rap community is? Not the dance hall and reggae, but like when it comes to rap, like what's the percentage look like of the ones like y'all that's doing it and making it happen?
Underground,
Deep underground.
underground.
Okay.
It's really under. Like how when you think of like X when he was like coming up, and like
Yeah.
because I think I bring up X a lot because X is also Jamaican. Like X is Jamaican blood. I
Yeah.
think his dad is Jamaican.
Mm.
So he really from Jamaica. So he really an inspiration in a real way. But like underground. Like Exeter was very underground. Like the rap scene out here is very underground.
Because I think people mix up rap and then the DJ and say that it's rap.
Yeah.
But no, it's a part of it, but it's different. And then because we had an experience, we went to a radio station to play our song. The man told me like, brother, you're Jamaican, play some do some Jamaican song. I'm not gonna play a rap song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamaica.
Wow.
Yeah, so people, yeah, it's like that. So people like, no, they're not gonna really do that. They rather stick to it. So that's why,
So
yeah,
you think people be stuck in their ways of just hearing certain
yeah,
things?
yeah. Also the older people.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if you check it out, I'm not bashing them, but if you check it out, you have one chopper song come out, 12 more coming out.
Yeah.
Everybody following that. Nobody not going to move on and sing something else. So is that they might say, yo, we've been to producers, yo, do a one drop song, do a reggae song.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I love reggae and all of that, but that's just not my vibe.
Yeah, I remember going to a studio. It was a studio where Bob Marley recorded. Like, it's a studio where Bob Marley recorded. And we went there. That was way back in the day, way back. And I was like,
yeah.
We went there. I brought my guitar. We were supposed to meet them because they heard about us. This was before I even met him. So like, when I went there, they're like, at this time I was listening to Linkin Park. I was heavy into rock and like rap and stuff. And these guys were like, okay, so we're going to make a reggae song. Like, like I thought you were going to produce me. I thought you were going to produce what I was doing. No, we want you to make a reggae song. So it was like trying to fit us in this group. I was like, that's not the vibe at all. So like a lot of times I find that people try to for the rap scene, or people in the rap scene out here, they try to categorize you as dancehall.
Oh wow.
And you know too.
And it's different. It's not the same thing.
The thing about it, they had a competition that I entered, and it's there. It brought out some rappers that I didn't even know existed out here. So, when named Mad Cash, that's a mobile rapper. I didn't even know. That's how we ended up linking up because a competition we entered, and I saw some Jamaican people. I was like, okay, Jamaican people, let me see. And he sounds good. He can rap. So we linked up and when anybody might say, yo, he's telling me like, it's not everybody. What we want to do is like create a space where everybody can just come as rappers, musicians, Jamaicans, everybody just come and kind of pump up the rap scene out here, basically.
Yeah, it's funny too because there's even like rock music, like there's rock bands in Jamaica, like
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But it's just all these things are just very underground.
You feel like they get overlooked because of being that Jamaica's known for these two type of genres, you know.
Yeah. But even like for events, like you have rap events here, like you have rap events that happen in Jamaica. You have rock events that happen in Jamaica. But it's like you gotta be
in that
circle to know like that's happening. Or else you're not going to be privy to it. And I find it funny too. One of the I think I love dancehall. I definitely love dancehall because it's my music. It's music from my country. I can never disrespect dancehall. But I find one of the problems I have with dancehall, why I'm not so gravitated to it in a way, is like it's repetitive. Like it's a lot of the people, and I have to repeat, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
What I do, like I get that music is for money, but it's not a cash grab for me, you know? And I feel like dancehall have a cash grab mentality where and it's understandable. It's understandable, but I feel like it's more like, like so as you mentioned, there's an era where chopper songs. And a chopper song is like a scammer song. So that was the culture at the time. And there was like the radio was so overrun with it. Like the Jamaican government actually banned that type of music. It was that bad. It was that bad because it was like, we're a small island. And so like we depend on the US and we depend on the big nations. And like they were talking about some stuff in that song. Like them boys were snitching. Them boys were snitching, and like, it was like so the whole government was like, we can't have that anymore. But as I say, it's like it's just I don't like the cash grab mentality, and I don't like what I'm listening to a song and there's no integrity behind what you're creating.
That's like
Like
how it is
you
over
have to
here.
have more than just I'm just doing it
That's
for
like
me.
how it is over here, bro. Music is not like you say the area the child listens to with 50 and M and now like music, you know, the rap scene is nowhere near how it used to be now. Like it's a cash grab mentality. You gotta it's like a bunch of it's oversaturated, bro. There's no substance. Like you say, you can listen to a song, you ain't even getting nothing from it. It's just a bunch of like, you know. But I mean, even with all of that, you still the ones that's really passionate and really doing it for what they really love, bro. It's like you still can't overlook them because they gonna give you the substance every time. So, you know, it's like it's cool and all, but it's just like I know I could sustain the weather or whatever going on because I actually do this. You know.
Yeah, that's why I bring up something like Skilly
or Massacre.
Yeah, because like I want you to understand, like Skilly's music. Skilly is not going to be hitting you with like the most crazy, like in-depth lyrics all the time, you know? Like he's not going to be doing like the most crazy, intricate lyrics in dancehall, but like his style is so
Put his
unique. He's
personality in.
not saying things.
Yeah,
he's not saying things just because everybody else is saying that and it's popular to say that right now. He's gonna say something different.
like Gallipoli.
Gallipoli, like what? Who comes up with that?
Remember, we have a bar where we say manipulate evil. Because you see, in our culture, we don't say, yo, we don't manipulate.
Yeah.
We don't manipulate, no man.
No man. So him say gallipolate. I mean, like, that was in Mr. Universe. One of the most lyrical tracks him ever because, like, yo, this.
Like,
it's Massacre too. Massacre with storytelling.
Yeah.
I think that's what it lacked. And then there's no intense. Even though you don't like intense, it's good. He rate intense because he's good with storytelling and he's fresh for dancer. Like he made a song about something we all can relate. He go meet a girl, he go match the girl, and then think him have a disease. Because the doctor tell him say, yo, come in this and him start fret and him like tell the whole story. And in the end, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
When I say, yo,
everybody
can relate to that. We have that one moment where we slip up and we say, yo, and if my cat so so we can all relate to that. So it's like that. But yeah.
You like creative people. Like I like creative people. When you're not being creative, like
it was
you have a lot of even right now with the culture of dancehall right now, it's a lot of everybody
I
evil.
think
like everybody evil. Everybody evil. I'm into the cult stuff. I'm evil. I'm this and that. Like like we get it. We get it. Everybody's evil. But like if everybody's evil, that makes you kind of not that interesting. Like do something different.
I think for the ones like us, they got the musical intelligence, bro. People they don't do it, they not gonna listen to music the same way we hear it, you know. So they might be okay with the low vibrational stuff, but the IQ we got when we listen to music is like, all right, what's going on? Because we breaking down the whole song from them, the way they saying it, what they saying, what the beat sound like it's all that. Yeah.
Listen, from 2011 to coming up, I realized my ears for music has always been evolving. Because even when I was listening to a track, I'm like, but that not so good. But them don't know. Yo, man, I was like, it's the same thing he's doing here. He didn't do nothing different. But I'm like,
I remember I write for artists too. So I write for some people too. I've written for dancehall artists. So like I remember working a track for a guy and he wanted to say some stuff. I'm like, bro, like I don't need me to cut in like what you're trying to do, but like be real, bro. Like how many times have you heard this on the radio? Simple. Do you really want to say this again? Like even if you're gonna say this, at least try to say it a different way.
Find a creative way to say it. You can say the same thing, but you can also find another way. That's just like how over in the States right now, a lot of the music they doing a lot of self-incrimination and a lot of and it might not even be real, but it's so like, how can I say it? Genocidal. That's the type of music where we at right now. So it's just like y'all can't find another way to say this. I'm like every time this same routine and it's doing nothing but self
Mm-hmm.
destruction. It's like walking around with a bomb strapped to you, just ready to go out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like for in dancehall, like one of the reasons, like I mentioned Vibes Cartel,
yeah,
like one of the thing about the culture of our music, it's very sexual,
yeah,
right? Like it's a lot. Jamaican people, yeah,
yeah,
we love
Raw.
yeah,
raw
yeah,
sexual
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Party too.
but
Yeah,
the same Vibes Cartel, yeah. But Vibes Cartel, no, he's going to say the same
yeah.
thing. He's gonna be talking about the
Same
same
concept.
raw
Yeah,
stuff, but
Different.
he's going to make it like a parable.
And the next thing, you know why I know this Vice Cartel great? He did a song that it was offbeat. It's basically like me go round the road, me see a girl, my ask her to come over. No beat, no
yeah,
nothing. And I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not bad, it's interesting. It's like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah. He,
I don't know how because I would never do that. I don't think I would do that. But the way the man makes it's like, yo, this
he's
guy,
different. Man.
yeah.
He's
It's
different. Man.
to me, he's like music himself. I don't know. This
Yeah,
man,
they had that man at the university talking to students because of his lyrics. Like he they took because of the way in which he uses the English language.
mm-hmm.
like he even remix on the Eminem song, don't he?
Yeah, he has a song with
Oh yeah,
Eminem.
Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah,
it's called Bad Man Party, I think.
yeah.
That's
Bad Man
what it's
Party. Yeah,
and he
he's
on the cal he is the Jamaican Eminem.
yeah,
yes,
I would say he's the Jamaican Eminem. He on that level of lyrical like
he's lyrically
skill.
inclined, man.
Yeah.
As he said it, he's lyrically inclined.
Yeah, no, he different for real man. But like yeah, like different stuff. That's basically it. Like
yeah.
be unique. Don't just be doing
That's the beauty of being an
just
artist.
anything.
You got your own identity. You
Yeah.
know, can't nobody just do it how you do it. You know, that's just when you find your identity. It's not much stress. It's not stressful doing what we do. We just do it naturally.
Yeah,
Real talk, man. So
yeah.
let's so give us a story about mental health, man. You know, because I'm gonna definitely play that record. You know, so give us like how that came about, and you know how y'all put it together.
Mental health.
I think you had the idea, like you had written down some stuff first.
Yeah, I written down some stuff first because I was going through some shit and I was just like expressing.
Yeah.
And as I say, everything in that is all
Yeah.
facts. I was going through some hard thing and I was like, I put it down because like, nah, I ain't gonna let this out. Nah.
Yeah, be like
And then and you come up with the beat?
yeah, all right. So at this time, as I said, we were moving around a lot.
Yeah.
So he was no longer we were no longer living in the same place. So it was kind of more difficult to like record and stuff. And he was like, yo, I have an idea for a song. Like I've been, I wrote some stuff down. You don't never know when he's going through
Yeah.
stuff. Like you don't never know when he's like struggling or nothing. He called me up. I thought he was gonna be doing like a jolly song about fun times, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, but then he came on. He's like, he showed me the lyrics and he started to like give me the idea of where he wanted to. I'm like, oh, bro, you all right? Like, are you okay? And it's like, yeah, man, like we need to do this song. It's like, we want it to be a dancehall song. I was like, hey, bro, that's not really, that's not my style, really. Like that's, I'm not a dancehall artist.
Then again, that was just the voices because it was just nagging me say, yo,
it's a dancehall, yeah.
Do it. I was like,
he was the adamant that was like, it's not. I don't want to be a rap. We can fuse it with rap, but like I want it to be a dancehall song based on how I'm feeling with it. As I said, not the biggest dancehall. I'm not a dancehall beat maker. I can
You can
make
make
dancehall
it, but
music.
it's just like that's not my preference. That's like that's
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
last option. If I'm gonna do it, I can still do it, but I'm not just gonna
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, and I started it. I was like, it was easy. Like it was really, really easy to come up with. Like I don't even remember. Like
I think it was just like Black KK. The beat was that's an extract that we did. It did that in like what an hour's time.
yeah, when it's a good vibe, we record quick. Like
and as he made the beat, just jump on it. And I was like, all right. First, I was the intro. I was to start. I was like, no, this not sound right. So I asked him, say, oh, I need it on it. And then he Thank God, but in a weird way, he started going through something. So the energy aligned, and it was just a whole
I think it
good
was
going through type shit thing, and then he started writing. I was like, all right, cool. Do this first, then do mine, and then I never let him do it, but I was like, nah, chop this, put this here, cut that here,
Yeah.
he
and that was
was
it. I was
he's
invested
usually not as involved in like
the beat
the
process.
production side, like but for this one he was like he had a full vision, like which was cool. He had like a full idea of how he wanted this to sound, and like as I said, we were moving at the time, a lot of things were happening.
Yeah.
So that song coming together at that time was just
Crazy.
it was just perfect timing for the emotion and thing, and like he had done another song like a little bit before that one.
Devil on the shoulder.
Yeah, shoulders.
Shoulders. Yeah. Because that with that no, I actually lost somebody, and I was like,
yeah,
lost somebody close to me. I was like, and then I was just my mood. That was
like
just my
I
mood.
know we talk about mental health, but I feel like shoulders led into mental health.
Oh, okay.
Because as you said, shoulders is talking about like his struggles and like issues that he's having. Like one of the lyrics is "Devil on my shoulders."
Yeah,
like, because you're struggling through a lot, and like the devil is gonna tell you the most outrageous things like to do and how you handle the situation, and you have to be dealing with that and working through that. So in that leads into mental health, like those issues constantly nagging on you is going to put you in that place.
Yeah,
like
for real.
even the starting lyrics, them try to distract me every time you try to meditate. Like it's not necessarily about people. Like it's not specifically about a person trying to distract you when you're meditating. It's like your own thoughts. You're trying to think positive, and your own thoughts is like, no, this not gonna work.
Yeah, you against you, really.
Slow down. Yeah, so like it's like that. Like those two songs, that song leading to mental health, and they just come together. Well, like listening to it after making it. Yeah, it's just like
And
you
then-
really get where it's coming from.
And then we sent it to our next virgin, who is a producer now for Fine Tuning.
Yeah.
AD Galaxy Big him up.
Yeah, Galaxy.
And he loved it and he fine tuned it, and then we're like, all right, let's drop it, bro.
Yeah. We don't waste no time. Once we sent it to him and he was like, okay, he niced it up, he sweetened it up. He's like a Grammy nominated producer.
From Jamaica.
From Jamaica. That nigga, he won. There was a Pepsi competition.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah, that's how it started. There was a Pepsi competition, I think, to make like a beat for an ad for them, and he won.
And he won that. I knew him before you.
Yeah, he knew him before.
I knew his nigga from school days, jumping out the back of truck and scraping up me, and it was funny. All of we just come together.
I met him.
You brought it. Universe, bro. I keep saying it was.
Listen,
I met Green not knowing that he knew Green,
and I didn't know he knew him. And when we all link up, and I said, "Oh God."
It just came together. How it's supposed
what
to.
I remember about him, what I remember about him, he stole a drawing book I have, because I can draw as well. I drew, and he stole my drawing book, and I have not gotten that book back onto this day. But that's how it is.
Yeah.
I think I like how that come together.
Yeah,
everybody just came together at the right time, and we all met up on the journey to the end where we're going.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Nah, it was supposed to happen though, bro. And the way y'all chemistry is and stuff, bro, is just it was supposed to happen. It make you be like, it make you sit there and think like, man, how it came together, but at the same time, it's like everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
I didn't think about it till just now, like that we both knew the same person.
And didn't know
we knew the same person.
Yeah. Oh, that's how it worked, man. So let's talk about, man, even when it comes to y'all passion for music and everything, like what keeps y'all going to keep the fire lit though, man?
Not being normal.
Facts.
And not doing what everybody think I'm supposed to do. And not letting down myself, God for one, and then myself, because I believe that God gave me all of this talent, and I cannot just let it go to waste.
Okay.
So it's like, even though someday when I feel like, this is not working, I'm like, nah, I can't stop.
Yeah, not settling.
Yeah.
Not just settling for, what everybody else have or what everybody else tell me
Yeah.
so they can reach.
I know where I come from because most people not gonna know this, but I don't even care. I've been homeless.
Yeah.
Like the thing that always pop up when I say I'm going to give up is the time when I've been homeless because of some foolishness. We got homeless, and it stuck out to me that we're home. We didn't have nowhere to sleep, but we could buy a bucket of KFC chicken.
Yeah.
And we sat down in a parking lot and slept there and ate the chicken. I was like, everybody wanted this KFC chicken, but me that trade is just to have a place where my mother and sister can sleep. And that resonated in me. And I was like, I never go back to a point where I don't have money or I can't do anything to help my family. Like, never.
Mm-hmm.
So that always is the thing in the back of me. For a forefront of me, like, nah.
Yeah, it's the passion. Like, there's more. As I said, for me, it's just not settling. There's more to life than like a basic
ending. Because we're all going to die. At least live out your life. I know what the next thing to is like, we had an ex virgin who wanted to do music, but it crippled him because he was like, he started telling me like, he doesn't know if people will accept him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if his parents will accept him. And if that day he cried, and I was like, listen, whatever you do, I support you.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, you do it. But I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So if you want to forward, forward.
Yeah.
But if not, I still respect that. And for that, it's like, listen, it's my life. We only have one life. I'm going to do what I want to do, what I love to do. And at the end of the day, though, I don't have regrets because I've seen too many people around me with regrets. And that is a very shitty way to feel. At the end of the day, when you are sitting, I could have done this. I could have
Yeah. He would be
I want to say,
sitting
I
back
did
like
that.
they could have did this and did that.
Yeah.
Nah, do it. Do it. Do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I always tell people I don't think I've ever done anything that I've regretted. I know it's weird. I don't feel regret when I do things.
I feel accomplished. I'm like, okay, I won't do that.
It had to,
Like I'll do it and I'll be like, okay, so I won't do that again. But I don't regret doing
it had to happen.
My brother always tell me, say, yo, you're too impulsive. Yeah. Because one time we went on a beach trip. I can't swim. And there was this girl that I wanted to impress. And then the man, they dared me. Like, I bet you can't do that. Bro,
you can't do it.
I ran off the pier, and it's when I'm halfway in the air realizing
that you can't swim.
That you can't swim. I was like, shit.
Yeah, he don't.
I was like, all right, I'll figure this shit out.
You don't do it.
Thank God for my big brother, big him up. God, big him up. This nigga was like the hand of God. He reached in and pulled me up. I was like, thank you. I didn't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not going to do it.
Listen, he will see somebody drowning and jump in the water knowing he can't swim.
After the fact.
Like he's not even gonna realize that he's running off until he's running off. He's like that. That hero complex. He's gonna run off and be like, oh, okay.
And it's not even for notoriety. Listen, sometimes my body just does
your body
it.
naturally.
Like, why am I doing it? Yeah. So I can't be normal. I can't
be. I'm already not normal. So.
Yeah.
I just
don't fit me in a box. Bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. I just don't
I
like
expect that. Cause I be the same mentality. Don't
the
put me in
idea
a
of
box.
settling down and just doing like a basic job.
Yeah.
The idea of settling down and like doing like an office job or something makes me uncomfortable. Not creating stuff, like not being creative, makes me feel unwell.
Somebody asked me one time and say, yo, suppose it's the workout.
It has to.
I did. For one, it has to. And if it doesn't, I did it.
Yeah.
How many of you can say you had a dream and you really followed it? Everybody asks, what they do is not what they want to do. Then why not do it? Oh, we can't do it now. I was like, why not? If you have people at 80 going back to school, why can't you chase your dream?
Yeah, and I have a story about that, like, because I remember I was working in a microbiology lab at a point. As a lab attendant, so I was assisting the scientists doing their studies on it. And like, they went to school for years to do that. And I remember one day one of my coworkers at the time, she was like really down. She was looking really, really down. I was like, why? What's wrong? She's like, she would imagine going to school for years to learn this thing to do this job and then you're not happy. And she wasn't happy. I'm like, so why did you choose this as like, your thing? She's like, well, it was what was going to pay the bills at the
Yeah.
time. It was what I was like, but what's your dream? And she's like, she told me, I don't remember what it was that she said she really wanted to do. And I said, so why don't you do that? She's like, well, can't do that right now because I already do this. I'm like, wow.
There's limitations.
Well,
There's limitations on the mind.
yeah.
With us, we looking at like
Yeah,
why
it's
we look at
like,
people like why y'all ain't just, but their mind is capped off, bro.
Do it.
They mind be capped out. Some people
Yeah.
just not meant to be the way we are. It's on this special breed of us
yeah.
out here, bro, that understand how to game and put it
Mhm.
together. But you got people that's blind, and it's just like it's like common sense ain't common to everybody. You look at people and like, why I'm the only one thing like this, or like what's going
Yeah,
on? It don't make sense, but it makes sense to them though.
yeah, that definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, that,
Because they are used to
What they call it
what's
condition.
the word
They
I'm
call it
looking
like
for? The woman.
conditioning, or you be like
Yeah,
brainwashed.
yeah.
Like
You gotta take a risk, bro.
that's what this like. Even I have a friend right now. She's in school and they got her. She was doing because of her family. She was going to college. She was doing was that international
yeah.
relations, which is like to be like
Linguist.
no, not a linguist. Like you represent your country. Like when they send somebody else
Oh
from a
yeah,
different
yeah,
country to
yeah. You
represent
say you
them.
represent.
That's what
Yeah, I know
she's
what you're talking about.
that's what she's studying. But she wants to be a
Yeah,
therapist. She wants to do therapy. And I was like, the whole time she's like, she's doing this. Like, so you're gonna go back to do like the studies to become a therapist? She's like, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, but thanks be to God, she's doing that now. So she finished her studies for like international relations. She's going back to do therapy. I'm like, yeah, if that's what you
you
Do
found
it.
want
yeah.
to do it. Because one thing I will not be doing is I will not be at the end of my days being like
Hey, bro,
sad.
we too different for that, dog. We
Mhm.
can't go out like that. We
No,
ain't going out life like that, man. We finna go out with a whole bunch of like accomplishments and everything.
yeah, I'd rather go out struggling doing this
Than
than go out
suffering.
settling doing what I didn't want to do. If I'm a struggle and do this, then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, real man. So when we talk about just the rap game in general, like what's y'all opinion on the rap game, and even with even internationally seeing how stuff going on over here and stuff like that, like what's y'all opinion?
Mine is that I, the youngins and
The
these
why?
people they're killing off themselves too much. Yeah, they're killing off themselves too
Yeah,
Yeah,
much, man. Like I get it that you have beef and all of those
yeah,
things, but
yeah,
some of y'all can really just come together and make some
yeah,
good music. And it's all about
yeah,
money, right? If you are making money, you don't got no time to be
yeah.
killing
The
each other
ego,
from.
the
yeah,
ego.
yeah,
You see me?
Like,
Listen, no,
yeah,
you just gotta like focus on the bag, forget everything else. And you see, if you make it in the rap, like you're making it move out from the place where you at, because if you in the same place where you at, the same problem's going to be there.
yeah,
Just move
it's
out.
true.
That's why I moved.
It's true.
I'm
It's
not
true.
about to get drawn into no foolishness
It's
again and all
true.
them things. Nah, move out.
Yeah, the thing rappers know is like the gang.
It's
It's
too
like it's
involved with the music.
try to. It's like they can't free their identity from one thing.
yeah,
Like their identity is stuck in this. I gotta be a gangster. Like not saying you gotta be soft or you got to.
yeah,
No one's telling you to be soft, but like you're doing a different thing now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be in that. You have a different life now. You're able to move to a different life now. Try to move your
Enjoy.
life out of it.
Look at 50. 50 is a hard known gangster. And
Yeah,
he evolved. He wears a suit.
yeah. That's,
Nobody still can mess with him,
that's
but
what I'm saying. Nobody gonna be
he,
testing 50. But
he
like,
a gangster in a different way.
yeah,
It's like if it me for scrap, but it's all about
he
the money.
knows how to be take it from that state and make it professional.
That's what I want to live. Like
Yeah. And
I
next
get it
thing,
that you had to do because I have close experience with all of that whole thing
yeah,
and thing. I get that you do that, but this is not it. You do this for a time and then you move on to a better thing.
yeah. Another thing too, I thought that was what he's going to touch on, which is in a sense, some of these young rappers need to stop killing themselves with like drugs, bro.
yeah. It's a drug epidemic now.
Yo,
Yeah.
Juice WRLD's death. Juice WRLD, like, I don't even know Juice personally, and I'm upset. Like, when I heard he died, I was upset with him. Like, bro, that was like dumb. Like, that's just stupid. Like, you had a whole this man, like when you listen to the amount of songs he has, like his catalog, like
He's he's still
you're
getting
dumb, bro.
songs
Like, why did
released.
you
Yeah,
do that?
But then
that
again,
mental
it's
health,
a
bro.
situation.
That mental health. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you can have
that
you can be
again,
having
is
millions of dollars, bro, and still be depressed. You
still.
know?
As
listen,
I told you before, you have to surround yourself with the right
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Because that
yeah,
female, I don't think she was the right
yeah,
person
yeah.
for
You
you.
got the right
yeah,
people
like
around you.
If
They gonna make sure that you don't be. They
yeah,
gonna hold you
yeah,
you feel like
accountable, basically. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
All
like
right, you see, with my brother, him tell me say, yo, you do this music thing. One time when we are just starting up, I have no money and I was like, yo, give me some money for do this. So the man said, he did work the other day, right? That was when we were like, yeah. So I never saved on some money. So that we didn't need for no, but yeah, you asked me to invest in a year dream and you not invest in a year dream. Why am I gonna invest in it? I was like, shit.
that was a learning moment.
I was like, shit. So that mean when him see me the next day when I did no little thing, I was starving and I bought the thing. Didn't have no money to eat anything, but I bought what I needed, the distro kit, and put out the music. And after the next month when it was up again, I see him give me money. I must say, this is what you have to do. Any little foolishness me I go do, he must say, yeah, go do the music, yeah. So
Invest
you
in
know you
yourself
have to
first.
invest in yourself. Certain people you don't mix around with. Certain things you don't, so you have to move a certain way. Him always a drama, even know. You have to have the right people around you.
That's
Because
true.
even when him ask me, I say, yo, we're part with this youth and him test one. Man say, brother, you don't smoke, why you part with the person that
yeah,
smoke?
Yeah,
yeah.
for the
Yeah.
fun.
I not like he must smoke because you know he must smoke with the hype. He must say that them people you don't need running. That they gonna bring other foolishness. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
that's one of the things too with me and like why, as I said, if I'm going to be in a studio or I'm recording, it's gonna be me.
Nobody.
I'm not friendly. I don't like to be around a lot of
Yeah,
people. Yeah,
yeah.
that's not
And we
my
ain't
thing, you know?
performing. I
When it's
ain't just
work, it
gonna be
work.
mixing my energy with anybody. Like, you know, good
Yeah,
energy when you see it, but it's just like I'm not finna be just like how can I say it? Just free
Mm.
roaming and ranging with everything. Like, nah,
yeah. And
You
like
gotta
yeah,
mix up.
being with the right people too, as that's all mental health. You know, his struggle, he has mental health. I think maybe I have
We both have mental struggles.
I think maybe I have the word on a word scale, like how mental health affects me. Because as I said, he will be struggling, but he's still a person that's gonna press. I'll be struggling, I'll be
yeah.
crippled.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
But he's going to be the one to be like, yo, no, like, I have to do this. Like, remember, like, oh, put it in another song, like, put it in another beat, like, put it in something that's like,
release it in
yeah,
a
because,
good,
like,
yeah, in a
yeah,
good. You got outlets. We got outlets
yeah,
as artists, so we not
yeah,
regular. We don't
yeah,
just. We got other ways we can, handle what's going on.
yeah,
So yeah, man.
I think
yeah.
one thing that stuck with me that like literally frightened me. I saw this post. I like it's a normal post. You see one guy digging, and he find a bunch of diamonds. Then the other guy dig, and see the other guy and go down to where the other guy was digging. And then they show in the next screen if he continued pushing a little bit more, he would have found a bigger diamond.
Yeah.
I looked at it and was like, but is the next day I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, that that means so much because like you see somebody else make it here, so you on a different path. You mustn't stop. Continue pushing because you carving out a lane for yourself. So of
Mhm.
course it's going to be hard. Of course it's going to take a lot of work. But at the end of the day, if you focus on it, you're gonna reap your benefits.
Yeah, he be
So
coming through with motivation, like on a real way.
mm,
Like he
uh,
doesn't even know sometimes like when he's being motivational. And
mm,
like I say that like having him around, like having one of the main, motivators, a person that I work with personally. So I have a brethren like he lost his life. He took his
Yeah.
own life. Yeah, that was one of he took his own life. That was probably one of the
darkest times.
most impactful things that happened to me. And it's weird because I lost my grandmother. I lost my grandma too, and I lost it. But like losing my grandmother did not affect me as much as losing. I think the reason is like it's my grandma. I love her. She was like 80, 90 going up. So like she lived her life. You know, she did what she wanted to do for the most part. She lived her life.
Yeah.
But like this person was like somebody that he had potential. This dude was like he was like a party dude too. Like he brought the party. Like wherever he was, it was a party.
Always a vibe.
He knows how to talk to you to make you believe. He makes you believe you can do it. He had a voice and he had a
energy.
Energy. And like I feel like what happened to him is like he was alone in a space for too long.
Man.
He was alone in a space for too long, and like, bro, like the night that I got that, like the information,
it's like he one of the ones that like he'll pour on others, but he didn't have nobody pouring into him, and his tank was dry. I get it.
Yeah, like so, yeah, like that. Even that like impacted me. I have a song that I'm gonna release for that guy one day. But yeah, that it hurt, but also put me in a space to know that like talking about mental health, reach out, bro. Like reach out. And I don't mean just reach out like via text or like over the phone. Reach out in person.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you text somebody, you call somebody, and as soon as the call finished, you're right back into the same space.
People need to feel that presence, bro. They gotta feel that energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes the energy can be felt over the phone call, but it ain't nothing like in person though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
pull up.
Yeah. So like
pull up and check on them.
So in the industry right now, I feel like a lot of the young rappers, they need good support systems.
That's just
they need real people behind them, not just hype men, not just the people that are trying to just grab what them can grab.
The ones that just be around just to let you keep like they ain't gonna tell you no because you the one that's like making
you got the money, like
so they yes man, but they know
and
you.
One of the big things too, like watch. No disrespect to the ladies, watch these women, bro.
Yes, you have to, fam.
Watch these women, bro. Because women will know how to get into your heart, bro. And you have to understand your heart is pumping the blood to all your body. Your heart is moving everything around your body. When someone gets into your heart
and infect that shit
and infects your heart, it's a problem. So you gotta be very, very careful who you let. I think you gotta be careful who you're letting into your mind. Who you're letting into your heart.
Yes, space, yeah.
Right? So be very careful who you're letting into those places of your body, like because they will give you something, they will fill you up with something, and then just take it away. And when they fill you up with something and then take it away, that's when you start doing the drugs. That's when you start doing everything because you got to try and fill that
to get
space.
it back filled, and then when it don't fill back up, it just is catastrophic.
Listen, thank God for potential.
Yeah.
For real, man.
I learned that. Like I as I said, I'm the sad boy. I'm the sad boy. Like you gotta be careful with these people. Like you give your love to, like who you give love to, who you give your mind to, who you give freedom to have to be on your mind.
That's all.
Right?
Listen, I've experienced that, bro. Like listen, that's why Ganja was so good. I experienced that.
Yeah.
And realized that if it wasn't for time, me and the person that surrounded me in that moment, I probably would have killed myself.
Yeah.
Because I was in this relationship with this girl and she gave everything and it just took that away. I was like, I'm good. But you see, at night time, when you're alone with your thoughts, and all of that sinking, you're like,
man.
It was like,
one of the lyrics from that is the opening lyrics is you say you would stay, but no, you want to come back. So how you saying you want to stay, but you're already gone, that you have to be coming back? It's like a game. You want to stay, but you say you would stay, but how you want to come back?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So careful.
But I think everybody needs to experience that.
Nah, that's important, bro. Y'all drop
Mm.
some gems on that, bro. Because mental health is more. It starts all in the mind, bro. You know what I mean? Once your mind's strong, bro, you can control everything else around you. You feel me?
And thinking what I remember too. I remember when we were living together. I used to drink a lot. I used to drink a whole lot. And when you talk about good support systems, like I used to drink a lot. And this dude was like, yo,
stop.
It's like, so I was like, no, it's like I don't drink that much. Dude was like, just showed me the bottles. He was like,
as purposely piling
he piled all the bottles together. I was just like,
all bottles. It was like 28 of them, and
Mount Rushmore bottles.
Yeah, I was like, this is you in a week and odd, fam. Like,
So yeah, good support systems. Don't have somebody who can be like, oh no, you good, you good. Oh, you good, you
watch
good.
your demise. Like,
and the only way that helped is because of my brother. When I was in high school, we were drinking. Why? For hype. And I said, brother, where I do that for? Like,
I got no answer.
Kind of like, yeah, kind of talking about liver damage and all that. I was like, nah, nigga, nah, I ain't trying to get
he
that.
was just like, yo, bro, like, look at these bottles. Like, I feel like a lot of times for even the rappers, like, if they had somebody to say, yo,
stop,
look at these bottles. Look at the bottles.
Yep.
You can't miss, bro. You can't miss.
You need a good support system.
Good support system.
That's
definitely
important, man. So even before this year is out, man, in 2025, like we big on manifesting and stuff like that. So, you know, what's some things I want to speak in existence that you see happening before the year out?
Right. I see you interviewing us again.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Breakout hit.
Breakout hit. I feel just look out for Trenches.
Yeah.
That's the next hard piece. I feel like more exposure, more interviews, more what can I say? Progress.
Yeah.
Getting our name out there more. Like that's
visible progress.
Yes. That's what
because we always making progress in it, but it's more visible progress.
Yeah. And I feel like the expansion, I feel a little expansion is coming. I don't know in what, probably music, probably about our group. I don't know, but yeah, I feel that this year, based off how this month start, I have a good vibe for the rest of the year.
As I said, for me, I feel like with this year we're gonna drop that song. I feel like for this year we're going to drop that song that's just like the song that like catapult you.
I feel mental health is going to be that song.
Yeah, I feel like mental health has that, but I feel like it's gonna be
they gotta put it's the role, like you gotta keep flooding it, keep hitting it, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So like that's it.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot, as I said.
I feel like my job facts. So
we got
songs in Trenches. Yeah, it's like
we got that song Trenches. He's talking about that's what I want to. Like he be writing he writes some crazy deep songs. I feel like when I listen to his music, I'm just like, yo, I'll write about my stuff. I think he feels about my music how I feel about his music. Like, cause I'll write something, it's just, it's just stuff that happened to me and stuff I'm thinking about. So it's just like normal for me. And he's just like, yo, this is crazy. And like, he'll write stuff it's just my life. And I'm hearing it just like, I didn't even know you had thoughts like this, bro.
Yeah. All right, you see, when we drop mental health for some people to listen to, the girl started crying and hugged them and I say, all right. I'm like, bro, it's fine. He was like, no, yeah, all right. I was like, it's not that deep, bro. But she felt it. I was like, and I think we might drop Hell's Hottest
And I
Summer.
feel like, that could have been something that, like, when you wrote mental health, it could have been something past you, but you already healed. You feel me? But it's like, let me just put this out because I know this gonna help people and relate.
Yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. It was like, yo.
Yeah, be like that, man.
I do it, I got through it, but I look at anybody who feel that way can draw from it and like because that's the same thing with Eminem songs and I was going to show and I listened to this dude and I was like, nah, I can push, bro. Like, nah, I can do this. And he was like, yeah, I'd like to do that with people. We want to change the world with our music. That's what we said from before.
Yeah, that's always been a thing. That's always been a thing.
Man.
For me, it's Linkin Park. Like Linkin Park's
hard.
music always like
it draws everybody together.
Linkin Park, like people didn't. One of the things, like when Chester passed,
that hurt. That hurt.
Nah, man, I really cried. Like, really, I could not work. I was
upset.
I was at work and I broke down. I literally could not work. That's how much that like his that impacted me.
Yeah, I was just upset. I was like, why? Why? In my mind, I felt like I knew him. I was like, nigga, why didn't you just call me?
Why didn't you? That's how it feels for real. Like, bro, why you never just call? Like,
but then I was cussing and saying, but he had people around him and they didn't know. But then Ikzan was telling me like, bro, it's not everybody can read between the lines of certain things, because if you listen to his album, One More Light,
crazy.
One More Light was, I heard that sounds like this nigga's gonna kill himself. The One More Light was just like the goodbye. I was like, none of that did click with you, but it's them like not everybody can perceive certain things. Like,
I performed that song. My bro that passed, I performed that song at his funeral. I literally performed that song because that song speaks to like literally telling somebody goodbye. Like, you can't do this no more. Like, everybody who might listen to Linkin Park songs, like it's all excitement. It sounds good. It's it's fun, but like there's deep messages in every song they do. Like dealing with mental. If you talking about dealing with mental health, listen to Linkin Park. They deep talking about some mental health, especially Chester. Like, and that was one of the reasons why it was really upsetting when he passed, because he was like such an advocate for like mental health and like staying alive, and to have him like pass the way he did was very, very sad for me. Like it broke me. I don't lie. Like
when that happened, I had to make a promise. Me like, anybody broad me that I care about, I'm not gonna let that happen. That's why I have to be popping up on people. Like if it don't sound good and I call you over the phone, nigga, I'm pulling up. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, it also helped me to know that I'm not ever going to. That's not ever something that a path that I can take. Like I can never end my life. Never, no matter what. There's nothing in life that will ever happen to me that's going to cause me to do that.
For real.
Yeah, like, it fortified my mind that way.
Real talk, man. Yeah. So let the people know, man, where they can tap in with your music and stay connected, you know, things of that nature.
All right, so we're on YouTube. Listen, one of the biggest things for this year too, I felt good. Just type in West West Legend. You Google us, you'll see us. I am so listen. The first time when we did that, and with nothing, my brother said, "Dog, nobody know it." And then no, that they Google him send me that. I was like, yeah, West West Legends on Instagram, West West Legend YouTube, West West Legend Spotify. If they're having problem, either just Google, type in West West Legend, you'll see. You'll see all our links.
West West Legends is everywhere now. Yep. It's actually, you can just Google West West Legends right now. It's gonna pop up. You'll see the songs, Apple Music,
everywhere.
Everywhere it's gonna pop up.
For this year too, we're trying to see if we can get some merch out.
Yeah,
that is it.
We got some art. We got to look out for the Zanny Boys. Zanny Boys art.
Real talk, man. Hey, like I say, bro, it definitely is a huge honor to connect with y'all boys, man. You feel me? All the way from Atlanta to Jamaica. You feel me? We locked in, bro. Once you sworn in, this is your sworn in and initiation right here, bro. So we locked for well, man. Like anything y'all post or whatever, y'all family, we all gonna make sure we share it out and everything like that. Like we support, bro. You know what I mean? Like we support it like it's our stuff, you know. Even though I'm an artist, I'm the type of person like that. I'm gonna share it as if it's mine, you know. So anything y'all got going on is gonna be put on the front page, just like I do mine. You feel me?
Same way.
And we got you, bro.
Nah,
we're looking at collabs as well.
And even with the rap scene and stuff like that too, man, we can discuss something, dog. We'll try to, if it's next year or something, we can come down to Jamaica and turn it up with y'all. You feel me? Like, you know,
listen.
I got a team, bro. We'll pop out and really make a scene happen. You feel me? If you say the rap scene like that, we gonna turn it up. Then you feel me? That it's global, not local, man. You know, so. But yeah, man, y'all
definitely worldwide.
Man, I say, bro, y'all boys keep pushing and everything and doing it how y'all do it, man. And I'm also tap in with y'all too, off about some situations too, you know. So and see what y'all feel about it.
Problem.
But yeah, man, last but not least though, man, when it comes to the word underdog, you feel me? What does it mean to you when you hear the word, you know?
Underdog. To me, I'm a huge anime fan. The first thing that comes in my ear, Underdog Deku.
Yeah.
A hero.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah. It's like it's an opportunity to show and prove everybody they were wrong.
Yeah. Underdog for me, a good place to be.
Unexpected.
A good place to be. Because like it gives you the opportunity, like especially when you know you can do it, it's good to be the underdog. Like when you know you can do it, yeah, because it gives you that place to show them like, yeah, this is me. You ain't have no respect then, but you're gonna have respect now.
I tell you, man, real talk. Nah, that's what it is, man. Like I say, man, it was episode 2 of season 9, man. Second international show ever on the platform out of 9 seasons. We was in Brazil last week. We in Jamaica this week, man. Y'all know, man. We with West Legends, man, straight out of Kingston. You know, before we end the episode, we gotta go and run the song Mental Health, man. So this is West Legends, man. I appreciate y'all boy tapping in, man. You know, we're gonna talk, man, and chop it up, man. You know, y'all boys enjoy the rest of y'all day, man, and keep it popping and make it happen, man. Real talk.
Same to you, bro. Stay blessed.
Let's do it, man.
Rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granted. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened, check, I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause it don't got no curfew. Gold mouth,